vastucreations.com. My name is Michael Mastro. Today we're going to look at the chart for Donald Rumsfeld, a very influential, controversial architect of the Iraq War. If you look to the eastern horizon when he was born, you would see the constellation associated with Scorpio rising at 17 degrees. Any 17 degrees becomes the most effective point of every house. Any planet like Mars or Mercury that's within 5 degrees has a lot of influence in the chart. So first we're going to look and see where the Multikona signs are. Parasha gave a lot of importance to Multikona signs, meaning that many of the planets rule two signs, but only one of them is the most important, or the Multikona signs. So if we look to see where the Multikona signs are in the chart, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 11, those are in the houses that he came here to learn about in this lifetime. So we see the first sign of Aries, ruled by Mars, in the house of the 6th house. So he's learning about conflict. He's learning about health. Then the 4th sign of Cancer, ruled by Moon, is in the 9th house. 9th house has to do with politics, religion, good fortune. Then we see the 5th sign of Leo, ruled by Sun, in the career house, learning how to utilize Sun's capabilities of management and influence in that career house, organizational skills. Then we have the fourth, Virgo, ruled by Mercury, in the 11th house. 11th house has to do with income, social connections, and then even social reforms possibly. Then we have the 7th sign of Libra, ruled by Venus, in the 12th house. 12th house has to do with losses, expenses, separations, hospitalization, end of life. And then we have the 9th sign of Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, in the 2nd house of wealth and fame and stability in relationships. And we have the 11th sign of Aquarius, ruled by Saturn, in the house of happiness and family. So those are the things that he came here to learn about in this lifetime. Now let's look and see how the planets are operating in his chart, and then we'll see when they're operating, because not everything happens at once. We'll look at the timing of events, and then we'll look at what we could do to rectify the chart, or remedies for the chart. So we have Sun at 24 degrees. It's weak because it's placed in the poorly placed in the 8th house of challenges, and it is ruling the career. So it gives the career is through his managerial and organizational skills, his ability to solve problems, 8th house. But there can be some manipulation, some secretive influence there. As I looking at the moon is very strong and well placed, ruling the house of good fortune, politics, religion, and it is placed in the house of income. So it connects income through service to the public. Moon is public, through politics, and a strong belief system. Then we have Mars. Mars is ruling the 6th house, so that makes it can be challenging, it can be weak, and it is placed in the house of partnerships and living abroad. Now, 12th house is also foreign affairs as well. So we have conflicts connected with relationships and possibly military, and gives him a lot of drive and ambition. Um, then we have a very strong Mercury, giving him great communication skills. Uh, it connects income through his communication, intellectual skills, ability to solve problems, analytical abilities, um, and he can be very persuasive. He's a speechwriter, advisor, all of that connected to Mercury. Jupiter is at 0 degrees, so it is in infant state. Anything less than five degrees is in infant state. So it is weak, but it is not poorly placed or afflicted. So it gives wealth and fame through ability to be involved. It's in the career house, so it connects career with politics and government and wealth. And because it's weak, it says that this person could be going against the norms of society. So remember, he got fired for, his prisoner interrogation uh, issues, and for mistreatment, abuse of prisoners of war, going against the Geneva Convention. Then Venus is also weak, placed in the eighth house, and it is ruling the house of foreign lands. So gives him this ability to be secretive and manipulative with foreign lands. The wife could be weak. And losses. So he got us involved into wars that there was no ability to win, so they were lost. And Saturn is very strong and well placed. Gives him happiness through service, public service, great, and it connects with success as well, discipline, hard work, and it also, yeah. So that's the main thing. Let's see here. Rahu and Ketu. So they are placed opposite each other in the fourth and 10th house, which brings learning about balancing work and home life. Gives him strong desire for home, a good home life. He never got divorced. He did have children and strong family. And K2 in the house of career gives insights into career. Let's look at the timing of events. So he was born in a sun period, sun connected to management or organizational skills and politics, and Venus, foreign affairs. He was the Secretary of Defense. So those are the roots of his tree of life. Then in 1954, he got married and also joined the Navy. So that's a Rahu Jupiter period. So starting a family, desire to start a family. Jupiter connects with government, so working for the government, Navy. And then in 70, he joined the White House during a Jupiter period, again, politics, government. Then in 75, he was named Secretary of Defense, again, a Jupiter period, government, politics. 2000, he was appointed by Bush, Secretary of Defense. Again, Saturn, Jupiter period, public service for the government, Jupiter. And then he lost his status in 2004 during, when the torture of the prisoners came up, and his interrogation tactics. And lost his job. He got fired by Bush in '06 during a K2 period. K2 sudden losses. Now, he died in a K2 Venus period. So K2, again, sudden losses, Venus, end of life, 12th house. If we look at the uh, chart, we see that he died of a brain tumor. So Rahu and K2 were at the most effective point, afflicting 6 out of his 12 houses. So brain tumor would be the first house. So um, Rahu, this is the transit chart. The outer circle is where the planets were when he died. The inner circle is where the planets were when he was born. So we see Rahu and K2 afflicting that first house, the brain tumor. And then we also have Sun representing vitality in the house of death-like experiences. And let's see, we have yes, so that's the main things. Now, what could we do to strengthen the chart? So we would strengthen any of the weak planets like Sun, like Venus. Um, so, so Sun, Venus, and Jupiter. So Jupiter could be strengthened with a yellow sapphire, or helping spiritual organizations. He may have been doing that. Sun would be strengthening by helping men that are like fathers. He was doing some of that through his public service, through politics. Um, and then Venus would be helping women to strengthen that. Mars and Venus, we don't want to strengthen the malefics, we want to transform them. So helping men that are like brothers and would be one way to do that. And he was doing that. And then Venus, again, helping women. Rahu and K2. So K2 helping spiritual organizations, Rahu helping people who cannot help themselves. And in his job, he was helping in many ways all of those people. So you can see this is very accurate. If you would like to get a reading, you can go to www.vastucreations.com. Under services, there's several types of readings. But really getting a yearly reading gives you all the remedies for your chart and what's going to happen in the next year and how to prepare for that, how to utilize the planetary energies to your advantage in your chart. Then, if you would like to learn Transformation Vedic Astrology, you can go to American Institute of Vastu.com. Thank you so much for listening, and until the next time,